I've seen Janine Berdine described as an anti-diva, and I love that phrase because it throws up so many questions. What makes a diva a diva? And if Janine is an anti-diva, how does it work when she's singing one of the most diva-adjacent song types, the epic ballad? I'm a vocal coach, and I want to explore all of that while watching this with you for the very first time.
How could I forget your pretty face? When you go to places, do you think of me? Please think of me. A year has passed and I thought I've moved on. I admit you won, now please come back to me. Won't you come back to me?
What's that? Okay.
People come and go sometimes. Call me your favorite one last time. I'll never get to find no one like you.
Yeah. Okay. That sound is so cool and so unusual. And I think this is where the idea of the anti-diva starts to take root. But I don't think it's as simple as that. I think something much more nuanced is happening. But first, let's talk about the unusual sound that she just did and how it's happening.
I'll never get to find no one like you.
I bet a lot of people on the internet are saying this is vocal fry, and it might be we haven't put a scope down her throat to check. But I have an inkling about something. When we sing a note, our vocal cords vibrate in a regular pattern. And when we do vocal fry, which is the sound, our vocal cords are really relaxed and they're moving in an irregular way. Now, she could be singing a clean note and introducing those irregular patterns into the sound. But there's another way of making that sound, and I think it sounds a little bit more like this. It's when two bits of cartilages on the back of your vocal folds vibrate. They're called the arytenoid cartilages, and they make a kind of rattle sound. Like a little cat. And this is not the smooth, polished sound that we are used to from divas. No, she's going for a different kind of polish, something that really shows the cracks and the breaks and the uniqueness. All right, what other unusual textures does she add next? Whew.
Sometimes call me your favorite one last time. I'll never get to find no one like you.
I'd have to practice that.
You were all I wanted, you were all I need. Us is all I'll be. People come and go sometimes. Call me your favorite one last time. 'Cause I have swallowed all my pride, accepted the end of you, and but what if I miss you for the rest of my life?
Beautiful. You can really hear why people link her to divas here. There is so much control, so much technique. There's real vocal command. But there is another reason that she is an anti-diva even in this big section, and it's all to do with the slides. A slide is rising up onto a note, think, and a slide down is falling off a note, think. And these work on more than one level. In speech, our intonation, the rising and falling of our voice, is how we express our emotion, and you can add that into song. A rising slide can feel like reaching or searching or hoping, like she's doing here.
'Cause I have swallowed all my pride.
It is so beautiful, and a falling slide can feel resigned or exhausted or sad or emotionally heavy dependent on the context.
But what if I miss you for the rest?
As Janine moves up and down through those notes, it's like she's having an internal emotional argument. And this really fits with how Janine has talked about her music. She talked about wanting to be candid and vulnerable, and that she's still figuring herself out and is using music as a tool to help her find herself. And this is a vocal performance of a character who hasn't quite figured out what they feel. Now, I can see the bottom of the YouTube video here, and I can see this next section is the most watched section. So I'm excited as to why that might be.
I have swallowed all my pride, accepted the end of you and I.
Right.
What if I miss you for the rest?
Interesting
of my life?
how she breaks up the words.
Where do I go from here? I have built a house where I wait for your return. I only want you to be mine and not a lesson learned. And I will wait and wait and wait until this city burns. I will wait and wait and wait and live on what we learn.
That is so good. Wow. Oh,
How could I forget
So emotional.
your pretty?
whoa. That, that is just real emotional expression, and that high note. Oh. Let's find out what that is. I think that's really high, actually. Is only an F sharp. So big volume doesn't mean big emotion. It's more to do with how willing the singer or the character of the song is to express themselves. But those cracks, those are more to do with vulnerability and being willing to show that vulnerability. So when you combine it, she is super open with those emotions. And this isn't about perfection. This is about showing the emotional truth. So how do you make that sound? First of all, you want to find the break, the transition between head and chest voice, and let your voice yodel over the top of it. Ah, ah. And a little tip is if you add a little H in there as you flick up. Have a listen to this section where she combines it with the fry. Oh, I just want to hear that isolated. She's doing amazing things like keeping her mouth open on weighted instead of with her mouth shut, staying in a really great position so she can keep it really resonant. So I am definitely calling this Diva Plus, but I want to know what you think. Is Janine rejecting the Diva label, or is she reinventing it? Let me know. All right, how does she finish this thing? So subtle as well.
How could I
They really-
forget your pretty face?
It's really truthful to her.
When you go to places, do you think of me? please think of me.
Oh, that's so smart. She doesn't resolve it. Unresolved. I am Team Diva Plus. She has the control, the technique, the emotional scale of a diva, yet she refuses to make pain pretty, and her creativity and storytelling, that belongs to her. If you like breaking down not just what singers do, but how they make us feel, please subscribe, and here are a few analyses I did earlier. Thank you for watching, and I will see you in the next one. Bye!